God, it's Friday and you're welcome to Let's Talk Showbiz here on JoyNews on Multi TV. And today we're doing it here at the Labadi Beach Hotel. And my guest today is Trigmatic. Trigmatic has today, he has something really coming up. He has his album. There's so much noise about it, and trust me, I've listened to his past albums and I wouldn't be surprised about today's one. You can tell a friend that, listen, they should just tune in right now, listen to what we're going to be talking about, and I bet you you'll regret it. Let's go straight to Trigmatic now. Hi.
Hi, Doreen.
It's been a while.
Yes, it's been a while.
And don't dare my talk, because I know you're going to be like, oh, this girl, but please.
You know already, but I won't say much. I won't say much. You look amazing, by the way.
Thank you. How have you been?
I've been good. We've been working, basically, doing everything possible, not just to stay relevant, but to affect other people as well. And still make sure we're doing great music, make sure we give people good content all the time. So yes, I've been working on so many other things and my music as well. Yeah.
How has life been after, leaving radio and doing solely your music and other things?
I think it's been, thank you for the question, it's been quite educative for me, because I've learned so much outside radio. Before radio, I had my own thoughts, and then when I got into radio, I learned some things, and now I'm out, I'm still learning. It's been a journey, but this short time has taught me so many things. Like I remember before I left radio, I said, okay, let me see if the same people that called me when I was at radio will still call me. It's one of the things that I learned and I'm still learning. Also, what are some of the things people want to hear, the audience want to hear. When I was on radio, what are the songs I was playing?
Exactly.
So many other things. And also now I need to work extra hard, because it's like the regular wheel of income would not be, because now I would have to produce, for myself. So but the good thing is when you always plan before you exit, there's always a way out. So yeah, I'm back to working for myself, and it's a great experience. It comes with its challenges, ups and downs, but we pray for more ups and less downs. It's been quite, it's been so searching as well, because I needed time to find myself, and I actually realized that it's good to sometimes take a break. It helps you to know what people think about you. Like off radio, when I go for interviews, I sort of get, people's approach to me from a different angle. And I'm beginning to learn something new I didn't know. Yeah, people have all sorts of ideas about you, even when they have not met you. So yeah, after radio, it's been exciting.
But do you still get people going oh, Trig, we want you back on radio, especially your colleagues, because they felt like we had one of our own on radio, and every time we release music, he's there to help us promote it. So after leaving, do they still call you?
They do. I get that all the time. Like Ganju will call me and say, yo, Trig, Charlie, but you for come. Not too long ago, I went on KOD's show, and he's like, and he said, sign off for me. And then when I did it, he was like, and you want to say that you stopped radio? What is that? And I get the fans all the time on Twitter. They say, we miss you, we want you to be on there, but I have to move on to other things.
You have to move on. Now let's talk about this album. The album, already people are talking about it, and it's we all can't wait to listen to all the songs on the album. So what inspired that title?
8 Elements.
Yes, 8 Elements.
Yeah, the 8th element. Okay, so the number 8 stands for so many things. The number 8 represents rebirth. It represents regeneration. The 8th element stands for oxygen. Oxygen is life. So it's just my rebirth. I want people to see the Trig they've never seen, because the songs on the album, they are not songs that people will expect, and which is why I'm excited about the album, because I want to see the look on the faces of people. Yes, I want to see the reactions that they're going to give, because everybody will probably expect the usual trick. But these songs are really different. They are totally different. And if Doreen, if you hear it yourself, you'll be like, wow.
Okay.
You know, because these are some of the reactions I got even from a studio sessions when I take people to the studio and they hear it, they go like, wow. So how long did you take to do this? So I'm very excited about it because I want people to, and you see, Eighth Element. One thing about the Eighth Element also is that it stands for a beginning of something new. It's like a new thing that I'm like. It's not the genre, but the human being, like the personality. It's like I've changed a lot of things about me, and I want to re-announce that from this album.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many songs do you have on the album?
It's a 12-track album, but there's a bonus which is like an intro, and then 12 other tracks. Yeah.
And what's your favorite on there?
I think every song is my favorite, but I'm beginning to love a song I did with Rihanna. That's becoming the favorite now for me. Where Would It Go obviously is on the album, so it's one of my personal favorite. But there's a surprise on the album. We're gonna hear a different version of Where Would It Go. The My Life remix is one that means a lot to me because it's my first track, and then I did a remix on it. I think pretty much every track. I love Akake Emoku because it's different. But wait for the other songs that are on the album.
Yesterday, I had the opportunity to speak to one beautiful young lady. Her name is Good Girl LA.
Hey.
And she spoke so well of you.
Really?
Like, she said that, she's like, because I wanted to know which other artists she would love to work with here in Ghana. She's like, oh, girl, I've worked with Trigmatic. I'm like, already?
Yeah.
So, she mentioned quite a number of people, and she said you are an amazing musician. So I can imagine what to expect tonight at Carbon.
At Capital.
Capital, actually. Yeah. So let me ask, do you have any features? Who are the artists on it?
Yeah, I do have features.
Before you actually tell me about the features, what was the consideration like looking at the people on it? Maybe if you pick Sarkodie or you pick Stonebwoy, why didn't you pick maybe Medical instead of Sarkodie? Why didn't you pick maybe Shatawale instead of Stonebwoy? So I want you to think about all of that before you answer the question.
That's a
so the
tight
features,
question.
yeah.
Doreen wants to make enemies for me. Every artist is unique in their own way, but this album needed something. This album, I needed certain elements on the album, and I needed to feel music, and also not just music, but Africa on the album. I mean, this is a year of return, and if we're going to sell anything to the world, it has to be Ghanaian, it has to be African. So I wanted people who had that African elements in their music. That's number one. Number two, I needed people who carried weight on the world market and live performances. Yes, people I can perform with live, people who will not have difficulty performing some of the songs with me, people who are musically inclined and biased to my kind of music. So yes, that's what I was looking at.
Wow.
Yeah.
So who and who are on it?
So with all that said, obviously Rihanna is on that.
Okay.
There's Rihanna on the album. Rihanna had 2 songs, and then there's Joey B on it. I love Joey B.
I love Joey.
And I wanted to squeeze him a little bit, so I put him on a track but he nailed it for me.
Wow.
There's Akan. There's Akan, obviously because his originality, and he's a good rapper. Besides that, he has that Akan element that I needed on the track. There is some Bright, Look Back, great vocalist.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
wow, I can't wait to hear that particular one. Okay.
You will love it.
Wow.
You will love it.
Okay.
You will love it. There's Bright on there. And then I featured so many other musicians who are instrumentalists.
Okay.
So they're not vocalists, but they are. But Akable did some vocal on one of the songs, but you will not really tell because of how we treated the vocal. There's The Laboratory. There's Katrina Sawalski from Denmark.
Okay.
There is Oti, who did some guitars. There's Senna, who did some bass, Bismarck, who played some bass, Cedric, who plays some lead guitars.
Wow.
So many musicians that do live music, who understand where I'm going,
Wow.
you know, with this particular album.
Wow, I can't wait to actually listen to this album, and it's looking good already. And as you said, year of return, I'm sure it's going to be amazing with the album.
It will be.
And talking about year of return, I mean, we've seen a lot of Hollywood stars, you know, in the country.
Yeah.
We've seen pictures. Have you had the opportunity to meet any of them yet? Have you?
Not yet, and I hope to. But I've had a few events around that as well. Not too long ago, I got students from 4 universities in the States to come volunteer for my NGO or my arts education club that I have here. And it's going to be a yearly project. You know, it's called a Nkrumah and Malcolm X educational event. So every year it's going to happen. It was great. It was awesome, you know, to affect a lot of young children. And so I'm excited that people are coming in. It's a good look for Ghana. I just want us to see how we can make something out of that. I'm excited that the government is interested in it and is investing. I'm excited that the whole arts fraternity have accepted it. Maybe they need to do a lot more collaborative stuff. So once we have like a huge star coming in, we have another huge star here in Ghana, meeting them up. And we need to do a lot of dialoguing. You know, not just about they coming, taking pictures, seeing all the sites, and then going back. But we need to dialogue. We need to see the way forward with what is happening. How can we benefit? How can the country make something out of it? How can we have a cross-cultural thingy that, you know, Doreen can also go and see where your sisters and your brothers went through, what they went through, or how the system is favoring immigrants from Africa and all of that. So there's so much that can be, you know, because there are students out there who would want to also come but cannot afford. There are people here who would also want to hear, you know, the stories about our forefathers that were sent away. You know, so these people are coming back. You see, in as much as we're telling a story, we need to also orient the locals here so that people will not take advantage of people coming in. You know, people will not rob them of their money. They need to realize that it's an opportunity coming in. It's an opportunity for both sides. Now, the people also coming needs to be oriented such that they come in and they are not taken by surprise. You know, they come in and they're coming in with a mindset to put in a particular investment, to also do something, not just come and go. I mean, that's fantastic. We are all looking forward to that. And I've actually seen a few things they're doing, like master classes for the industry. So I had the opportunity to be at one. So I'm sure as time goes on, there'll be more of it. And we're looking forward to the best for Ghana. The 8th element is actually we are all going to be at Capitol. And yes, we are going to actually listen to the album, and once we are done, I'm sure Trigmatic will show us how we can get the album, how we can get to listen to it, and how we can actually buy. Now, before I go, I remember there was this musician, Sefa, who said albums are not really important. Like, that's not true. That's not true. You need an album. Every artist needs an album because that's a collection of your work. That's why there's a photo album. You know, you need a compilation of your work. It represents who you are musically. So albums are very, very important. Maybe she's trying to say that
at the moment, maybe
the patronage going to, but there are so many other ways. I mean, Stonebwoy's album did so well online. Samini's album did so well online. Shatter's album did so well online. So she needs to probably find where to put it and how to sell it. You know, new media might make you feel that people are not buying albums, but I think people are actually buying albums now.
People are.
Because now you can have so many albums on your phone. Initially, you should have a CD pouch where you can carry all the CDs.
Yes, but now,
so now
you have it on your phone, your iPad, and you're good to go. Trig, I want you to look into the camera and tell us what to come and do this evening at Capitol, and then if you have any message for your fans as well.
This evening you should be at Capitol. to experience greatness. A couple 12 tracks that will blow you away. It's like I'm taking you on a journey. You can have North Africa in Northwest, East Africa, and South Africa. Every element from Africa, you have it. Authentic, organic sound that you haven't heard in a long time. So come and enjoy good music. Come and also connect with other people in the arts. I've invited pretty much everybody. I think like I have everybody in the arts fraternity coming. So come and socialize, network. Let's build a better industry for ourselves. But most importantly, come for the 8th element. I hope to see you in a few hours, Charlie. We will make it happen. We'll make it pop.
All right. We will make it happen and we will make it pop. And that was Trigmatic. I was going to say rapper, but now he's not just a rapper. He's so many things, and if I'm going to list all of those things, I don't think we'll leave this place. But of course, we have been doing this right here at the Labadi Beach Hotel, and yes, there is a spa at the Labadi Beach Hotel, so if you need that massage, if you need a place to actually relax, if you need a place to, a quiet place just to move away from all the noise, this is the place to be. When you get to the front desk of the Labadi Beach Hotel, just tell them that you were coming to the spa and they will bring you here. My name is Doreen, Avio, and of course the show has been Let's Talk Showbiz. Do have a wonderful evening.